morning, guys. It's the Wednesday, the 4th of August, 2021. Beautiful day. It's pretty cool. It's about 75. Humidity's running around 70. And we got a breeze. It's I don't know, it's almost on the point of getting a jacket on. Earlier it was jacket time. It was too dark. I didn't take a video. A lot of the street lights are out here. But something I wanted to talk about today, it just tickled me yesterday. It was the kids' day for, pick what they want for dinner last night. So Papa was cooking, and they wanted pancakes. And of course, each of them got their own little secret ingredient we put in there. And so we made pancakes and eggs. They really liked that. And they're a good match because Maddie, he only likes the whites of the eggs and Dorothy likes the yellows. So we squished them in between. So we made them. Well, little Geronimo was sitting there and he was eating, and he had pieces of his pancake and he made a puppy dog out of them. And it looked really like a puppy dog. It's a little artistic guy. There's their cutting over here. And it just tickled me. He made a little puppy dog, and I just thought that was so cool. These are the little things that just tickle the crap out of me. We have fun at the table. One thing I'm definitely against when it comes to the kids is, and this I've seen this even here in the Philippines. Not so much in the province, where parents may only have one phone for everybody, but here where they're doing a little bit better, you'll go somewhere and you'll see the kids sitting there, and they're staring into a phone, and that they're just zombified. And in the States it happened. I remember when I was in the States one time, we went to a buddy's house, one of my best buddies, and his kids were big already, but he had a younger brother, and his wife's brother was there, and there was like 10 kids there, and he had a really cool living room. He had the room was rounded with like a bay window, and they had a custom couch in this place that went all the way around like a U shape, like a horseshoe shape, in this living room. And then they had a real nice table in the middle. And these kids, there was 5 sitting on one side and 5 sitting on the other, and every single one of them had their face in the phone. And the whole time we were there, a good 5 or 6 hours, those kids never came out or did anything. My kids played outside, and they always were asking for a phone, all this stuff, but it was just ridiculous. It was just, to me, it was just so ludicrous and I think what's happening is these, see, they got all this cut too, look at that. I think what's happening is it's like a babysitter. It's like a dang babysitter for these kids, and that's lazy parenting, I think. Even me here, I just don't like the dang tablet. These kids will just stare into this crap that is stupid stuff, like even the cartoons, these little mechanically made cartoons that they put on there. I got to see what they're looking at when they do have it. Now, they do got some games that they play. Like my son, he plays some of them games, and he's pretty cool, motorcycle crash game and stuff. But we got to limit the time. I just hate the idea that I want them outside and playing. I don't want them inside the stinking house sitting on a damn game. They're going to turn into big pudge boys, and you just be fat and unhealthy. We do the best we can on their diet and all that kind of stuff. But here in the Philippines, everybody's handing them sugary stuff, and I'm just not into that. I'm not into that at all. But it's something raising them. No matter where you go, you got outside influences on your kids. But I never liked the idea of them, doing that. I remember when we were kids riding around. My wife would say, "Oh, give them the tablet while we're in the car." Well, you know what? We were watching. We were playing license plate games. We were doing stuff. We were looking out the window, seeing the world go by. instead of staring into a stupid screen. To me, it's a horrible way. Now they're forcing you here in this country because they're not letting the kids go to school. And if you think they're going to open this up and let them go here, I seriously doubt it. Not with this big new one that they got. And and it won't. It's not going to end. It's just not going to end. They're going to do it again. As soon as this one's over, they're going to extend it again because we found the variant. Blah 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 blah, and it's all over. It's not just. Don't say it's just here. It's everywhere. This is a attempt not from individual governments. I don't believe that at all. I'm truly believing this is the New World Order thing. I had some stuff I posted on Facebook that they took down immediately. They didn't shut me off, but they took it down immediately. And I can put it up on. I don't know what happened with the Telegraph. I was able to put pictures up before, and now on mine I can't. It doesn't seem like I can add these pictures, but I get a lot of folks sending me some pretty good information on this stuff. And one of the New World Order things. And this is Bill Gates and the TED Talk and all these people, all his cronies, talking about, hey, they want to knock the population down, to 500 million, or another one I just read was 1 billion, and they want half of that to be Chinese or Japanese, because they say that they've got centuries of conformity, following everything. So, this is just stuff I got. I can't seem to put it out though. I put a lot of this stuff out, and it's for you guys to look at, but we'll see. But the back seems to be better today. It's not giving me too much headaches at all. I was doing that before I go to bed. I've been taking some of them arnica that Wes gave me. You guys got any kind of swelling or troubles like that? Try that arnica stuff. It really works. I hate to take painkillers or anything like that, because I'm afraid that if I take a painkiller, that pain's telling you don't do something. And then you take a painkiller and you're just going to make it worse. And I see a lot of these things like ibuprofen that stuff takes. Now they're finding out that it causes heart trouble and, just so much other stuff. Reason I moved out west was because I was taking, to reduce the swelling in this back, I was taking Solumedrol and Decadron. Well, it shrinks everything. It shrinks the heck out of all your joints. My knees would hurt, my elbows, my wrists, everything would hurt after I take that stuff. The back would quit, but everything else would hurt. So, there's a little puppy more. Hey, puppies. Hey, guys. There's our neighbor's little puppies. Little cotton ball there. But we do got a just beautiful day. They should be getting our grass cut around here pretty soon. We're seeing this thing like bobcat or whatever it is again. I wouldn't call it a bobcat because it's got a tail. But this thing's pretty big. They seen it last night. I didn't see it last night, but my wife and them did. They saw it again. It's moving up in the grasses here to hunt. And I think it's eating other little kitties or whatever the heck it's eating. I don't know, but they're not over the thing where I first seen them, over the wall. They're in here now, and I don't know. It's big. I'm not kidding you. It's at least the real close look I got at him that one night we were walking. I would say 4 times as big as a good-sized domestic cat. Thick, big feet. Powerful looking animals. Now they only saw one. They didn't see 2. I hope they didn't breed and mama's having a litter or anything like that. That would really suck. But we had a little bit of rain last night, and I think that cooled things down a lot. It's breezy again, very breezy again here today, but that's the way she goes. But yeah, she got a few clothes washed yesterday. I hope we get works out. We can get an awning up here pretty soon. I hate the idea of having to, every time I want to ride the bike or anything, or I want to get my tools, I got to uncover everything. So that really sucks. But the other thing too was the transfer-wise. I still got nothing from those guys. said it would be this certain date. We would hold your money for this many days, blah, blah, blah. And then I just got a thing today. It said, now your money, we'll receive your money at this date, which is a date in the future, but it's out of the account already. So I guess it's in thin air somewhere. And then they said that it'll be dispersed on the 9th. Well, of course, yeah, they disperse it on the 9th, and what's my bank going to do? I never get it when it gets put in there. So I might be done with those guys for taking, that's just a little bit ridiculous, because when you figure, let's say the 9th, and then you add 2 days to that, because the 30th and 31st, that's 11 days for a transfer of money. That's just, to me, that is just absolutely ridiculous. And I think what they're saying to people is, hey, we don't want to do this anymore. We don't want your business. We want to tone the amount of people down to maybe a few thousand, so we can keep a few people in the office working, and then screw everybody else. Go somewhere else. So, and the Remitly one, they said, use it. Use the Remitly one, but they already took the money out of the fund, so I couldn't even try it. But they have a funny thing. If I do an ACH transfer, it was cheaper. It wasn't too bad. I guess it was about the same as TransferWise, but they want you to use a debit card, and then it's real cheap. They gave me some kind of a promo deal where it was going to be super cheap, and I was like, yeah, but the problem with that is every single time I do a debit transfer, I have to call the bank. I have to call them up and say, hey, you got to up my limit, because there's a limit that they can't take off. A one-time deal, they can take it off. And I say, hey, you got to take this amount, you got to make it up so I can get the whole thing out at one shot, and they'll do that. But I wish they would do it automatically every month, but they don't. I have to call them every single time. And the problem with that is, even now, I called my brother in the States, and the phone seemed to be working pretty good. And then after a little bit, I got to where I couldn't hear him, and then boom, it cut out, and I couldn't call him back. I also tried to call my son. I couldn't get him, so I don't know if it's my phone or whether it's this internet or what, but the VoP, what they call it, wasn't working that great. A lot better than the data, that's for sure, because data most of the time I couldn't get through. So calling these people is a royal pain in the butt even still. I wish that they would get all this stuff sorted out, but it'll be long after I'm gone, that's for sure. They don't seem to do stuff with infrastructure here to get it up better. And it's the same with the water. As more people jump on this internet here, I imagine we'll go down in quality, because PLDT is known for not really caring a damn about their customers, just getting their money. Now the dude that came out here to give us our PLDT, I wanted the speed and all this stuff, and he said, just get this one, because you get higher, and pretty much too, he says, even if you pay higher, you're just going to get the exact same thing as you're going to get with this one anyway. He says it's not any better. There's nothing we can do to make it better for you. Really? He goes, yeah. He goes, these people are paying this huge amount. We got the $13.99. He said the people who are paying the $26 and $27.99 for higher speed, they're not getting it. They're absolutely not getting that at all. So, that's a bummer. But it is cool that they run your own individual line in here. Now he said that's the case. Now they use that pole to tie onto, and that's a dead end right there. And there's where I come in, right there. And he said they're not going to tap onto that. When they come in to do somebody else, there'll be a brand new line right along there. So hopefully. And he said that is fiber optics. It's right over there to the right of that house and in a little bit where they came from. And so I hope that works out. But it's a beautiful, beautiful morning. This is the kind of weather I like. I was a little bit chilly this morning, and I didn't put a jacket on. So I just kicked up my walk, and I was really glad the back isn't, it's easing up. Thanks, Wes, for that arnica stuff. That is the best stuff I ever had. The only other medicine I like to take is aspirin. You know, if I got a problem, I'll take some aspirin. I don't like to take anything else. All through the years, when I had the back problem, the doctor was giving me painkillers and medication and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And I was never one to take them. I just never take them. The only time I took them was when it got really bad and they put me in the hospital. And doctor used to give me Decadron with this, no, not Decadron, what was that? Oh, heck, I'm thinking I can't think of the name of it. But it was a shot they gave you in the hip. Demerol with a Vistaril chaser, and that stuff was really good. And then he, I told him, I says, hey, you know, I'm 290 pounds, and you're giving the same shot to the little old guy that weighs 150 over here. And he goes, oh yeah, I guess I didn't think of that. So he upped my shot. But the one thing about that stuff, you can't cut it off right away. You just can't do that. You got to sort of wean off of any of that stuff, or you get all freaky. But you know, once they did, like the one time I got that those shots for the pain, that was just so my head would work straight. I mean, it was that bad. And then I went in for that. I had to go in for another surgery, and you know, we looked around. We just didn't go to the first guy, and this was the last one I had, and he did the work. And I'm not kidding you. As soon as I woke up from the surgery, they had me laying there for about an hour and a half, and they took me back to the room. And then when I got back to the room, you know, they said take it, but I was up on my feet. I was walking the halls right away. The pain was gone. I was ready to go, and they were saying, oh, you know, you want some more of those shots? And I'm like, no, I don't want them. I don't need them. And then the doc said, you know, you don't want to cut them off, just cold turkey them like that. And I said, no, I don't need them. I don't want them anymore. I have no need for them. And that was that was a mistake, because boy, it gave me like these freaky nightmares and stuff. Well, actually, they were daymares. So you got to watch that. That's why I don't like to mess with drugs. You know, it's some bad stuff. But I'm glad my back eased up. I don't know if it's the humidity's been bouncing around between 60 and 70. In the house, it's a little bit higher though. It seems a little bit higher, but I can get that to drop down real quick. I opened up the front doors. It was actually up around 80, and then when I opened up the front and back door and a couple of windows, it shot down to 70 real quick. So the houses here, that's why they get the fungus, because they just hold that moisture in. They don't do vapor barriers when they lay your concrete floors here. They just don't. There's no vapor barrier. You know, in the walls, there's not. It's just, you know, if these things draw moisture, it's just going to be humid in there. That's why the places get fungusy. Somebody was writing on there. It was on one of the expat sites I was looking at. That is there anything they could do about the fungus in the houses? Well, our only place we have a problem right now is the underneath the kitchen sink, and it smells a little musty. Now I left them open, and that seemed to cure it. Went in there, cleaned it out with some you know, bleach wipes and stuff, and then left them open for a couple nights, and no problem solved. But if it comes up again, what I'm going to do, I have these nice little fans. They're just a little teeny weeny fan like that. You get them as a gift when you go to the Japanese store. You buy so much stuff and they just throw one in the bag. At least I got a couple of them. And they plug into a USB port. I was thinking of just getting a little charger. I'll cut a hole in the door and mount it right inside, and then cut an exhaust over on the other side and just have it blowing air into there, you know, to keep the air moving in there. And I don't like to use that for storage or anything. We got it for the propane. We do put eggs in there, and then I got my water system in there, the reverse osmosis, and we keep some of my big old plates, but as soon as we get our check clear, I want to get that cabinet that's going to go under the TV. I'm thinking I can put the plates in there, you know, our big old plates. I got these plates that my mother got from the grocery store. If you spent so many dollars, you got every week you got a plate and a cup, and they're what do they call it? Ceramic ware. They're steel with ceramic. And the ceramic cups too, and she bought every week at the store, and she got 12 plates and 12 cups. And I got a picture of my mother standing in front of her old cold spot refrigerator that she had all the way up until she died, and it never had a problem. You know, standing there in 1953 with my brother, holding my brother, and those plates are in the background. And there wasn't 12 of them yet. There was only like 6 or 7, I think I counted. And so she was collecting them back in 1953 from this grocery store, and I still have them. I have these things. They're way over 60 years old. Never give them up. Give them to the babies when they get big. You know, just like a family heirloom. She gave them to me when she was moving out of her real big house. They were downstairs on the refrigerator up on the top, and I went, "Hey, what are you going to do with those?" She goes, "You want them?" I said, "Yeah." "You damn right I want them." And she gave them to me. And they were in really good shape, but here, ever since I moved to the Philippines, they seem to get dropped a lot. I don't know why. You know, I had the dang things for years and years, used them all the time, never dropped them once, but all of them are just dropped here. You know, just the way it is. And you guys who buy, another thing when you come here, when you buy pots and pans, be careful of your Teflon, you know, because they'll take a damn steel scratch pad and scrub all the stuff off them. You know, me, when I got a pot that has nasty stuff stuck to it, you just put some water and some soap in there, let it sit. It'll all come loose. You know, and if it's a real tough one, just let it sit till the next morning. You know, but here, no, they got to get her done right away and use steel scratch pads and scratch all your finish off. Because me, when it comes to a Teflon, you got to, you know, I use them because of the convenience on them, but when you use them, you can't overheat them. You know, you don't want them smoking anything, and you've got to use plastic stuff on them. And once there's a scratch in them, you throw them in the garbage. It's just like your ceramic cups and stuff you drink your coffee out of. Once you chip that corner of that thing, throw them in the garbage. They're done. You don't want anything to do with them anymore. So, but a lot of people, I've seen people with ceramic, not ceramic, but I mean Teflon pots that are all scraped up. And, you know, they release this stuff. I'm real careful with mine. I like that pencil burner I have. That's the only one I use the Teflon on. I keep it real low. You know, and nothing sticks. It's real nice. So, but I'm going to go ahead and let you go this morning. It is just an absolutely fantastic morning. I don't think we're going to get straight sun for a while. I think we're just going to have rain now for this month anyway, most of this month. It's going to just keep coming and going because we had a shower in the middle of the day yesterday. This stuff is moving through, and it's not going to go away. And every morning when I look and I see those clouds on the mountain, you can't even see the mountain right now from here because of those clouds over there. And when I see that, it seems we always get rain. So we're looking forward to that again today. So kids and I will be out playing in it for sure. So you guys all take care. Don't forget to pray for each other. Pray for these leaders that they'll open their eyes to what's really going on. You look around the world, and what they don't realize is that they're nothing but a minion, and it doesn't matter how high up they go. There's nobody going to be higher than Satan, and he'll throw them under the bus as the first chance you get. You know, that's just how it goes. And I like the depiction on the stand of Satan there, how he just didn't care about anybody, you know, just himself. So that's what you're getting here. And these people are nothing but a minion and following this stuff, and they think everything's going to be hunky-dory with them, and it's not. So pray for them that they can be turned around and you know, get us out of this horrible stuff. We can't fight this. We can put on the armor of God, but the only one who can fight against this kind of stuff, these principalities and all this stuff, is him. We can't do that. There's nothing to fight against for us. This is a spiritual fight, guys. This is not a physical fisticuffs fight that we can fight. It's a spiritual fight. So just know that. And this is Rick Shaw out.